Hi, this is yoga for when you are afraid, and this is a special class to me. The feelings that we often feel that seem really intense or really dark, sometimes we feel like we need to run away from those feelings. And this class actually embraces the feeling of those feelings inside the body. So I encourage you today, if you are feeling afraid, to take this class with me. We won't solve all of life's problems, but we will connect to our body. We will connect to the emotion of fear and what it has to share with us today. So I hope you join me today in this grounding practice that moves pretty slowly so that we can connect and reassess what is really happening inside us. Thank you. Hi, welcome to class today. This is yoga for when you are afraid. And I know sometimes when we are in a fearful state, it's hard to settle down and center in. But I want to invite you today to join me on this grounding practice that will help you to start to work with your body and work with your breath. So be kind to yourself, go slow, and we'll move through this practice together. Draw the palms together at the heart, and either close the eyes or just drop the gaze with eyes open. Take a breath in and out through the nose. And start to round out the breath here, becoming a little bit fuller in the torso. On your next in-breath, open up the lower abdomen. Take a full inhale. And a comfortable releasing exhale through the nose. One more inhale, noticing the lower and upper back as you breathe in. A comfortable exhale out. Soften the jaw and the space in between the eyebrows. And then drop your gaze behind closed eyes or with eyes gently open toward the heart. Observing the heart center for a moment. Tuck the chin now. Blink the eyes open and lift the gaze and release the palm here. So let's come to hands and knees. If you need to, take a blanket and place it underneath the knees. You can do so to protect them. Spread your fingers wide and come into cat-cow. So let's round the back. Inhale, open the chest, lift the tail. Exhale, round the back again. Lower the tail down, lower the head. Moving at your pace. Inhale, opening up. And one more here. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. And then come back to a neutral spine. And I'll turn myself here. Standing on the knees for a moment. Bring the left leg out and inhale, open the arms up and take a breath here. Exhale, bring the left forearm to the left thigh and lift the right arm up. Inhale, opening. Exhale, side bend for a moment. Inhale, open up. Exhale, side bend. And then let's come into child's pose. Bring the feet together, the knees come wide. Walk the hands forward, let the head rest. Sometimes with fear, we become paralyzed. Sometimes it comes out in our body, fear. We feel nauseous. We cry, don't know what to say. So today we aren't going to solve things here. We're not going to judge those feelings. Cat-cow again. We're going to experience what this moment here feels like in your body. One more cat-cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Coming back to child's pose. So now, if you're ready, you can bring up what is making you afraid and start to let that story go. Start to release it and bring the awareness fully into the body. And lift up. We'll come to second side. Bring the left knee underneath the left hip. Step the right knee out, knees over the ankle. Inhale, expand. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Lift and reach either straight up or with a side bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, bending to the side. Lift the chest. Inhale, opening up. And one more here. And then release. So coming into cat-cow. One more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And back to center. Inhale here. Lift and reach up the left arm. Exhale. Bend the right elbow and thread the needle so the left arm comes through. And just rest the head down. Make sure the neck is long, you're not scrunching the neck. Noticing the breath in the back of the body. Inhale, come back up through, reach up, and then bring the palm down, second side. Inhale, look up and reach up here, stretch. Exhale, bend the elbow, sweep the arm through, let the head rest. And feel a connection here to the breath. One more inhale, exhale. Straighten the left arm, stretch and look up, reach up here. And then bringing the palm to heart or down to the floor. Coming into downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, press actively into the wide fingers, lifting the hips. Start to ground down the heels, finding a sense of space in the torso. And let your head hang here. So all you have in this moment is to connect to the breath and body. Using those as tools to guide yourself inward. And start to walk the feet forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Bringing hands to blocks as needed. Shift the weight toward the toes and bend the knees. Feel connected to the ground with the feet nice and stable here. One more inhale, exhale. Bend the knees deeply, step the right leg back, coming into low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest, move slow with this one. Draw the hands either to the hips or inhale, look and reach up with the arms, with the gaze, with the chest. Slowly lower the hands down, coming into child's pose just for a brief pause. Exhale here. Same leg forward, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, left leg. Exhale to forward fold. Uttanasana, step the right foot forward. Inhale, look up and reach up. Forward fold from here, push the hips back, long in the spine. Let the head hang. Bend the knees, step the right leg back, bring the right leg down to the ground. Move slow here, so draw the chest up, lift the gaze, coming up, hands to thighs, or looking up, reaching up with the arms. We're not trying to solve anything today, coming back into child's pose, but nor are we trying to push the feelings away. Coming into down dog. We're simply acknowledging what is present here, acknowledging the feelings, and what this moment has to teach us. Find a deeper breath in down dog. And then look forward, step the right foot forward, lower the back foot down at an angle, grab a block as needed, straighten the left leg, coming into triangle pose. Turn the torso, lift the chest here. Top hand can come to the hip, or you can reach and extend the fingertips out. Ground down through the feet and take another breath. Noticing the sensations that are coming through the body as you open up. Coming into downward facing dog. Place the hands down, step the right leg back, and hold. Feeling connected again. Step the left foot forward. Take a block as needed. Right foot pivots down at an angle, then straighten the left leg. Open up the body toward the left. Lift the chest. Extending the arm to expand. Connect to the feet, to the legs. For one more breath. And then lower the hand down. Stepping forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, palms draw to the heart center. Stepping wide here on the mat. Open out the toes. The toes are pointed toward the corners of the mat. Lift the chest. Start to bend the knees here. Coming into Kalyasana. Try to pull the knees back and leave the shoulders over the hips. Extend through the arms if you'd like, or even reach up with the arms. And ground down, so lower the hips. Hold for 2 breaths. One more. And straighten the legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot the toes to where they're facing forward. And lift the chest. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. So coming into a forward fold, legs wide. Hinge from the hips. Draw the chest forward. Just come halfway for a moment. Bring the fingertips to blocks or to the mat. And have the torso parallel with the ground. Gaze is slightly ahead on the floor. Shift the weight slightly forward on the toes. And then exhale. Walk the hands back to where they're lined up with the ankles. Inhale, come halfway up again, lengthen the spine, push the thighs back. Exhale, fold in, ease in, center in. So instead of allowing fear to silence you, I encourage you to listen and then respond by acknowledging what's happening. Fear can be a useful tool. It warns us. It helps us to preserve our lives. But sometimes fear can be based on other things that are not so fruitful. So on the next exhale, allow the body to relax in and just identify what you're experiencing here, right now. Coming back up, let's find a twist. So ground the left hand down and look and reach the right fingertips up. Left hand under left shoulder. And then release the twist and other side. Right hand down. Begin to turn the body toward the left side and then reach up if it's there with the left fingers. One more breath. Make sure you're even on the feet here, on the feet. And then exhale, hands come down. Hands move to the hips, slowly rising up to stand and stepping forward. Coming down to the knees, so I'm actually walking backwards, but step to the back of your mat and come to your knees, and then walk the hands out for a knee plank. So shift the hips forward, lift the chest, and draw the navel in. And if you'd like, lift up onto the knees for a high plank. Draw the belly in and center the gaze toward navel center energetically, not with your actual eyes here. Pull the chest forward. Take another breath. Lower the knees down and move onto forearms. If your shoulders are tight, catch hold of the hands here. Either way, so forearms can be parallel, hands clasped together, and let's shift forward again into a knee forearm plank. So knees walk further back this time, lift the chest. And if it's there, press the toes down and lift the knees. Hold for another breath. Lower the knees down, shifting back for a moment, coming into modified down dog. And we'll move into dolphin pose. Clasp the fingers this time and make sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Lift the knees up and curl the toes under as you do. Begin to walk the toes a little bit closer to the head. Draw the navel in and ground down. So head is hanging, forearms are firm to the ground, hips are lifted. If this becomes a little too intense, dropping down to knees, walking the feet back will do here. Inhale, lift the right leg. And lower the leg down. Inhale, lift left leg. Finding your strength, finding the center. Exhale, lower your leg down and drop to knees, coming to lying on your back. Feet are hips distance. Coming into bridge pose from here, lift the hips up. Catch hold of the hands underneath the torso. So that means walking one shoulder under and then the other shoulder. Lift the hips. Open the chest here. Steady your gaze. Slowly lower the hips down and take a breath. I'm going to reorientate how I'm positioned here. And one more bridge pose. Press the heels down and lift the hips up. Catch hold of the hands if it's there. Otherwise, grasping the outer edges of the mat. Open the chest and lower the hips down. Draw the legs in. Extend one leg up. Catch hold of the back of the left thigh. Extend the right leg out. So either staying here or lift up the head, neck, and shoulder and catch hold of the toe with the big first two fingers of the left hand, and then placing right hand to right thigh. Lift the chest. Anchoring down here for another breath. And bend the knee, release the leg, and gently reposition to second side. So extend the right leg, straighten it up, catch hold of the back of the thigh. Make sure the chin is tucked and the gaze is steady. Either staying here or lifting up, catching hold of the right foot with the first two fingers, and then gently press the left thigh down and lift the chest here. Soften the gaze. And then release the legs, coming into supine bound angle. Supta Baddha Konasana. The bottoms of the feet come together. The knees come wide. The palms are lifted. Tuck the shoulder blades under to open the chest. And feel supported here. Sometimes when we are afraid, we feel alone. but know that you can always connect to yourself and see yourself. And you always have out there a circle of support. So finding those two things, a connection to self and then a connection with others. Finding that safe system of support. Gently draw the knees together. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Just gently rock from side to side. And then slowly come up to a seat. You can catch hold of your blanket. And we'll spend a few moments here in seated silent meditation. Find an easy cross-legged position and sit tall. Your palms can be down on the knees to feel more grounded. Lift the shoulders, roll them back and down. Closing the eyes. Quietly observe. Calling upon the deepest resources that you have. And settling in to that foundation. And tuck the chin. Bring the palms together and rub the hands so the hands become warm. And cover your eyes for a moment with the palms. And then look into the hands and move the hands away. Thank you so much today for joining me for class. For yoga when you are afraid. Yoga provides a wealth of wisdom and tools to help us through all sorts of emotions and life circumstances. So I encourage you, if you are afraid, perhaps in a dangerous situation, to reach out, to definitely get help. If you're in a time where you feel afraid, but you need to do the work, the internal work, then I encourage you to go deeper, to look for that wisdom. And I will see you again. Thank you so much for joining me.